Welcome to JessicaLynnOriginal Studios, where art and travel intertwine. Join me as we travel into a world of creativity and adventure. In today's video, I'll be addressing some of the most frequently asked questions about Disney World Skyliner, unlocking some secrets to this magical mode of transportation. I'm going to start by telling you it is truly one of my favorite ways to get around the parks. The Disney World Skyliner system, it actually spans about 6 miles, and it has 3 separate lines. It's got Disney Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and then the Disney Pop Century, Disney's Innovation, and the Disney Caribbean Beach Resort. So all of those are connected. They have over 300 gondolas, and it can transport thousands of guests per hour. I will tell you, you get the most immersive experience ever. You get these beautiful views that have never been seen before. As you're kind of floating through the air, you get to see the backsides of the parks, you get to see more of the hotels, and it's actually really relaxing. And I'll be really honest, there are a lot of people, including my kids, who think that the Disney Skyliner counts as a Disney ride every time that you ride it. So let me go ahead and give you some great tips and suggestions about riding on the Skyliner. The first one I'll share is planning your route. Now, it sounds silly, but because it connects to a couple of different hotels, different locations, kind of think about where you're coming and going to. So, example, if you were going to go have breakfast with Mickey at the Riviera, and then you were heading out for a day at Hollywood Studios, super easy. You could hop on the Skyliner at the Riviera, change over at the Caribbean Beach Station, and head straight over to Hollywood Studios. There are tons of different Skyliner maps. Take the time, figure out your route before you just get on a Skyliner. Although that could be part of the fun of it. Be sure to watch out for peak travel times. So the Skyliner can experience high demand during park openings and closing. So to avoid these longer lines, think about using it at off-peak times or maybe traveling out right away when they first open. Although I'll tell you, even long lines go very quick because just like Haunted Mansion, these things just keep moving. Number 3, strollers. If you are traveling with a stroller, some of them do need to be folded up before you get on board. Be sure to ask the agent standing there working the ride. They will tell you and instruct you what to do before you get on the ride. If you have little kids, make sure someone's holding their hands to help them in and out of the Skyliner so that they don't get hurt. If you or anyone in your party requires a wheelchair or an ECV, please know that the Skyliner can accommodate that. They have a bunch that are actually stationary. So in other words, you'll be able to go to this area, load in to the Skyliner. Once everybody in your party is ready to go, it will actually join up with the rest of the line. Please know that we can only have one ECV or one wheelchair per Skyliner car. As a side note, typically the gondolas or the Skyliner cars, as you're loading, continuously move. So if you are in either of those, or if you do require a little extra assistance, be sure to look for the gondolas that are stationary. Now, I know this might sound silly to say, but go and enjoy the views, right? Sometimes it's just nice to take a nice sort of breath when you're in the parks. Remember that it's not about the hustle and bustle. I feel like the Skyliner is such a great way to kind of regroup, get your party organized and ready again. Now, number 6, this is probably the most important one that I learned when we stayed at the Caribbean Beach, and that is be prepared for weather conditions. The Skyliner runs regardless of weather conditions for the most part, like rain or wind. But there are cases where there is lightning in the area and it could experience temporary closures or delays for obvious safety reasons. So what happens at that point is, let's say it's the end of the night, there's lightning in the area, they close it down. They're going to encourage you to take a bus or another mode of transportation. There were times when we would go back to the hotel to try and relax for an afternoon, and we would try to head out to head over to like Hollywood Studios like we're doing here, for example, and it would be pouring rain, lightning with the area, and so it was closed, which then delayed our times. So remember to watch for that, like if you have specific dining reservations or plans where you have to be there at a specific time, because the Skyliner could close, which means then you might have to make adjustments to your transportation plans. But I'll tell you, I mean, we were there for a week and a half, and I would say we ran into that maybe 4 or 5 times. And it was truly luck of the draw. But I'll be honest, there were plenty of buses, so you could planes, trains, and automobile it to get wherever you could. Actually be more like monorail, Skyliner, minivan, or whatever. But I hope that you enjoy this new series. This is something new that I'm trying with my channel. If you like it, I'd love to hear from you down below. Go ahead and give me your feedback, share your fun Skyliner stories, or if you have questions, I'd love to answer those. But then don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I've added a couple more here for you to take a look at. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care, everybody.